I'm Allison. I'm a postdoctoral research fellow here at Lamont Doherty Earth Observatory at Columbia University in the Division of Ocean and Climate Physics. I'm an atmospheric scientist, which means I study the weather and climate. Studying hurricanes is actually really what got me interested in atmospheric science in the first place. The story I always tell was when I was 5 years old, I was on vacation on Cape Cod at the beach, and Hurricane Bob came up and caused a lot of, some damage and devastation. It actually made landfall in Rhode Island, and we had to evacuate. And after that, I was just glued to the coverage of that and watched the Weather Channel all the time and was really interested. And then later on, when I was studying physics, I came to realize that atmospheric science, the study of weather and climate and how hurricanes form and how they move, it really is the physics of the atmosphere. And so I found that really fascinating. When I was an undergraduate, I actually was a summer intern here at Lamont at Columbia through their Lamont intern program. And I worked with Susanna Camargo and Adam Sobel back then, and so that was 9 years ago now. And that was actually my first research experience ever, and it was my first time specifically studying hurricanes and learning about them. And we did a project on what controls the year-to-year variability in hurricane intensity, which ended up being published as a paper, a scientific paper, which was really quite an accomplishment for just a summer's worth of study. That program was a really impactful experience for me because it made me realize that, yes, I wanted to pursue scientific research as a career, and that I wanted to continue studying hurricanes. In some sense, I've come a little bit full circle in that my scientific career kind of started here at Columbia, and now I'm back here as a postdoc. I just think that atmospheric science, what I study, is really fascinating and important for people, both from the mundane, as to the weather on a day-to-day basis, how that affects your planning for your daily life, to these sort of longer term things, such as thinking about, okay, if we're going to build a new bridge, what sort of, over a stream or river, what flood level should that withstand, that we expect to occur in the next 100 years or something, or if we're, building new buildings along the waterfront, what sort of wind speed should they extend, or how can we, make sure they're resilient to storm surge and things like that. And so it's one of these areas of science that, from a pure scientific perspective, is fascinating, and it's very high-level physics sort of research, but it also is unique in that it has such an obvious impact on people and our world. And so I think that combination really makes it one of the most exciting areas to study, and Columbia is a great place to do that.